Hey, I'm Sith King.
And I'm Sonic Sons.
And we're the Rambling Reviewers. Welcome to part 2 of our Legend of Korra review series covering episodes 3 and 4 of the series. I said series a lot.
Yeah.
Series.
Seriously.
Super serial, guys.
No, okay, but so yeah, we've ramped up our plot pretty fast there, didn't we?
Amon is kind of awesome.
Yeah, even though you didn't like his mask at first, but
Okay, yeah, I don't know. Amon's mask is... I don't
you
know.
don't like the big red dot.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Something about the mouth, really. It just feels too soft, I guess. I don't really know how else to say it. It just feels a little soft for what he is.
But he wants to put on an image. You know, he has to be the good guy to his followers, type of thing.
Well,
as opposed to Darth Vader, who's just like, frick this.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Okay, and he's currently using oh, by the way, spoilers.
Yeah.
Okay, honestly, if you watch any of our reviews, there's going to be spoilers.
Spoilers.
But so in the first episode, he took away a guy's bending using magical face touching.
Yeah. I mean, we had energy bending for the first series. He's got something similar.
Yeah. Keep in mind, neither of us has watched the entire series.
Oh, yeah.
I may know a few things, but that's just because
it's like this little landmine. We're just walking through the story. At some point, boom, he knew that part.
Yeah, the thing I promised I'd rant about, it hasn't arrived yet. But okay, Amon and the Benders Amon and the Equalists blame the Benders for everything.
Yeah.
Which I don't really think is all that accurate. I mean,
No, but it makes total sense of that. I belief would arise. I mean, Benders have innate physical. They're born with it power. You know?
Yeah, they have the power to vaporize you with just a snap of their fingers. They have the power to suck the fluids from your body. They have the power to crush you in walls of steel and stone.
So basically, they can kill you. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
We like to draw out all the details, though.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to be poetic here.
Yes, I see.
They can kill you. Yeah, so can any schmuck with a... But they don't even need weapons. And to be fair, from what we've seen of the Benders so far, heck, episode 1 was a great example of why Benders needed to be controlled, or at least put on a slightly tighter leash. You had the Triads bullying and being, well, gang people to other individuals using their powers.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had Korra, who just decided to go vigilante justice on them and trashed a street.
Mm-hmm.
Which I am glad that they pointed that out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They on the ruling council of 5, they're all Benders.
Yeah.
And my impression is maybe half the population is Benders, maybe less, probably less.
Probably less.
You know, so yeah, we have a rule of the minority actually.
Yeah, I mean, granted, there's no real way to tell who's a Bender and who's not.
Right. But you get the impression anyway.
Yeah, you get the impression that it's not the majority.
I mean, like, Katara, was a waterbender, and she was learning that, and you didn't get the impression that everyone else in town was a waterbender.
Well, actually, they weren't. That was part of the backstory. The Fire Nation used to conduct raids in the South
Oh,
Pole.
that's true, yeah, because of the raids.
Who was
because of the raids. So, okay. But still, I always had the impression that it was a majority non-benders in the world. And if, I hope they address this. I hope they get to later on, like, hey, Amon's still a jerk, but we do need a little social reform there because only Benders are on the council, and that's just not fair. Do we have democracy?
Let's get a guy with a gun.
Gun bending. No, we came up with blender bending later. He just throws blenders at people.
He said, oh, we have all these blenders moving in and helping. And I just started laughing at blenders.
Yeah.
Blender bending. It's basically just throwing blenders at people.
Yeah. They're pretty cool.
No. Manipulation, but it's only of kitchen appliances.
Yeah.
Da, da, da. Okay, I killed him. I put a toaster in the bathtub.
There you go. But yeah, playing on Korra's fear of Amon, so we're actually building up as a nice villain.
And building her character, so she's not just arrogant Mick.
Yeah, she has to face this all. I love how she was afraid of him, and then because of her arrogance, she challenges him, and then, no, that really is smacking you, in the face.
All I could say when she was making the challenge, you're a coward! No, bad idea!
Yeah.
All I can remember was Linkara once did a review where a character in a comic book said that these terrorists were cowards. Link Hardest clutched his hand to his head and said, "Please tell me you did not just say that these terrorists were afraid to die. Don't provoke the terrorists!"
Yeah.
And, geez, I mean, okay, and granted, at first I thought, oh, what the hell, Amon? You have Korra at your mercy. You should just take away her bending right now.
Mm-hmm.
But then he actually made a point for why he wasn't killing her.
Yeah.
It would make you a martyr.
Yeah, and she would be. She's a very, very big deal that there's only one Avatar in the whole world.
Well, it's always been a big deal.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. It was, and continues to be a big deal.
And, like, in the background, other stuff continues to move. Like, we're introduced to Mr. Sato, creator of the Satomobile, which...
So I didn't even pick up on this pun when I first saw these episodes, but he pointed out that it's like automobile, Sato. I guess because it's aw versus ah, so I was thinking of different vowels there. But yeah, okay, I see the pun now.
What do they use as fuel, do you think? Do they, like, use gasoline? Are there, like, massive oil derricks somewhere in the Avatar world?
They could have, earthbenders sucking up the oil. Maybe earth and waterbenders somehow working together to get oil just because it's liquid. I don't know.
No, waterbenders, oil and water. Hello? Yeah. Unless they were using fracking or something, but we're not getting into the politics of that. Let's see. The city continues to be beautiful. The artwork continues to be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The Equalists are fucking terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
But they kind of have a point. I mean,
that's what's good about them. Makes them interesting villains.
There was a scene where Korra was part of a task force.
Yeah.
Where they had to break up the Equalist stuff.
Yeah.
One of the things they were breaking up is, we found a secret dojo where people are learning how to be chi blockers. Now, if you don't get it, chi blockers are like what Ty Lee was in The Last Airbender.
Right. They can temporarily take away your bending.
By using pressure points.
Yeah.
And Sonic and I think that's actually a good idea. I mean, just because you can do something doesn't necessarily mean it's evil.
There's no reason why chi blocking should be illegal any more than firebending would be illegal. I mean, both these things could hurt somebody, but they're not. If you want to do it, by its
and in fact, chi blockers would actually be less dangerous than firebenders.
Right.
And there'd be more reason to hate firebenders, considering they nearly took over the world once, and their insane leaders once tried to burn a continent to the ground.
Yeah.
When your goal is to reenact a Covenant planet glassing with medieval technology, that's actually some pretty scary shit right there.
Yeah. Though I was a little disappointed that twice when we've heard someone did something bad in the backstory, it was a firebender.
Yeah.
Because Mako's parents got killed by a firebender. What's her name lost her mom to a firebender.
No, I said...
No, that's right.
I said,
no.
Okay, $5 says it's a firebender.
Right, no, she didn't actually say that, did she?
Yeah, but yeah, like, firebenders is a back...
Yeah, they were the designated villains the first time around, and, let a bloodbender do some crap or something.
Yeah, or heck, just a regular waterbender. Just have them, launch an ice spear through someone's head.
Ooh, yeah.
Or just ice daggers.
And then they could make those terrible Mr. Freeze puns, and everyone would hate them.
Oh my God, Arnold Schwarzenegger plays a waterbender. That would be great, really. It'd be like the last thing you'd expect. An earthbender. I am waterbender.
Yeah.
It's ice to meet you. What killed the Fire Nation? The Ice Age!
We're talking about the movie Batman and Robin, which was terrible, but also so bad it's good.
Yeah, but, let's see. Some events from the past had consequences. Like, that guy who said, oh, you need 30,000 yuan.
Yeah.
Money credits.
Yuan. It's called yuan.
So, 30,000 gluons.
Yuan.
Actually, that was extremely nerdy.
Yeah, I know. I know what gluon is.
Okay, but anyways, 30,000 yuan. Well, in the episode where they were trying to build the money for that, Bolin got kidnapped by the Equalist movement.
Yep.
And they never got around to getting that money, which...
Yeah. Makes sense, because he was kidnapped.
Yeah. Which allowed us to be introduced to Amon, which... Okay, he's actually kind of cool as a villain.
Yes.
utterly terrifying, and very minimalistic, which is a rather big and nice change. You see a lot of villains be all, I am evil! Or even if they're not evil, they're just like, they're subtly grand in some way. Like,
Amon was kind of grand in his speech.
well, yeah, he was grand in his speech, but his manner of dress, I don't know, I get this sense of minimalism from him.
Yeah, he didn't like raise his arms a lot. He just kind of held that mic and talked, you know.
Yeah, and he seems very grassroots. He seems very, I don't know, not
The sort of guy who could lead a popular revolution.
well, yeah.
Yep.
As opposed to, okay, let's take Mass Effect for an opposite example, where we had the Elusive Man, head of Cerberus, a pro-human terrorist organization.
Yep.
Yeah, he wore expensive suits. You never see him when he's not smoking or drinking like some scotch or whiskey or something in a tumbler glass.
Yeah.
And he's always sitting in front of a giant star in the background. You get this grandiose sense from him.
Amon's that sort of quiet power. He's just like, I'm going to lead a revolution.
I'm going to lead a revolution.
Yeah.
And I can kick your fucking ass.
Yep.
And then I can make you a normal human being.
Yeah.
That's just a very subtle, understated power that is very refreshing to see. Let's see. We were introduced to Mr. Sato and his daughter, who seems to have a thing for Mako. I still am not 100% sure why I don't like Mako.
Working on that.
I'll find a reason to hate him.
Well, you were saying that what they did is that they took Sokka and they split him in two, and they gave his goofiness to Bolin and his serious, which is kind of more rare, but the serious side to Mako.
And they don't give Mako any lighthearted moments.
Well, now he's got a romance going, though. So, you know what? There's a different little side to him, isn't there?
Yeah, I know.
You know, blushing when he meets the girl.
He's just way too serious. Why so serious?
Not quite.
But Bolin is just really goofy, and he seems incapable of being serious. And I know how bizarre that is to hear that as a complaint coming from me, the guy who's made jokes about feminism and pretty much anything that has ever come across my way. I'm sorry for listing feminism specifically. I was thinking of Tumblr. Look, Tumblr's okay, but there are a lot of people who are feel very strongly about moral causes.
Basically, Matt doesn't find moral causes entertaining, however moral they may be, and he'd like more entertainment on his Tumblr.
Heck, I gotta live in the real world where I gotta do real world things. I want to go and relax. I want to relax. I don't want to come home and be like, not to escape from the cares of the real world. Real world!
You could watch different Tumblrs. But anyway, Korra episodes 3 and 4 have been good, and we will check up in, I guess, another couple of episodes.
Yeah, another 2 episodes.
Yep.
Okay, this is Sith King.
And Sonic Zones.
And we're signing off.